What did you guys think of this movie anyway?
Sucked.
So
I hated it. Weak. Disqualified.
All right, you're not being cool.
you're not
You're
being
not.
cool, man.
Just another movie for the blue pill, gynocentric world.
Whoa.
Get out of here with that line. What the fuck was that? That like took me right out of the movie.
Just a bunch of beta chumps.
Yeah, it's very one note so much of the time. God, Jesus Christ.
Cover the whole movie. You know, here on the Raised by Video podcast, we love movies. We fucking love them, man. But the fact remains that we can be quite hard on the occasional movie. Sometimes we call them giant pieces of dog shit that should have never been made, and may God have mercy on the souls of those who worked on them. No, I'm just kidding. The show is all a farce. We do not mean any ill will toward the hardworking peeps of the movie industry. However, the piece of cinematic brilliance we will be reviewing today stands above all others in its flawless execution. It really makes you care for all the characters through comical and not at all annoying scenes. It does a really great job of making the viewer scared throughout by immediately resolving the tension created only moments before. I mean, it's supposed to be a horror movie, apparently.
Is it?
I found it under the comedy section.
Yeah. There's some interesting trivia that we'll share about this later, but this movie's plot is so without holes, even the most unmerciful critic would be hard-pressed to find a fault in it if they had watched it while asleep. And it certainly never wastes a minute with a seemingly pointless scene. No, every scene matters in this movie. Okay, I'm sure at this point you get the idea. This movie, The Visit by M. Night Shyamalan, is one that I found comical for all the wrong reasons. We are Raised by Video. My name is Matt. I'll be hosting today's show. If you haven't been here before, if you haven't been with us, that's okay. I am joined by my brothers, 3 of my 4 brothers. Andrew, say hello.
Hi, I'm the awkward one.
That's true.
Hello.
Jesus Christ. Now that that's over, Daniel is also here. Say hello, Daniel.
Excuse me. I'd like to get through now.
Yes.
What do you want, you dweeb?
And that was Stuart. Say hello, Stuart, and don't be mean this time.
Hi, hey, you little dweebs. Hi, guys.
He is a dead man.
Okay, so I've told you that I found this movie comical for all the wrong reasons, but I'm not speaking for the entire Raised by Video cast. Alas, this is not the case. The views and opinions you just heard are mine and mine alone. So, boys, what do you think of the movie? Let's go age before beauty. Drew, what are your spoiler-free impressions of The Visit?
He called you not beautiful.
I would come first on the list either way, baby.
You always come first, don't you?
It's probably true. Oh.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Well, gosh, you know what? My impression, I wish I had grandparents like this. I wish that my grandma chased me during hide and seek the way this grandma chases her precious little young and babies.
Yeah, it seemed like fun, honestly.
Yeah, really fun.
I don't know why they were scared.
And she has such a sweet snarl.
Oh, Granny.
Very
yeah,
limber and lithe.
It was great.
I loved the boy. I thought he was the actor. I mean, he and it's just because he's like 12 years old.
I need to edit this out.
Let's do that again. Let's try that again.
I thought he did a great acting job. Can we strike that from the record?
Yep.
Your Honor.
stricken.
Your Honor. Abash it. Abash its head in from the record.
Whoa. You threatening your honor?
I hold
the
you
boy.
in contempt.
The boy's head.
No, this movie was.
Can't
Actually,
testify that way.
I kind of liked it at the beginning. Like I was like, okay, this is not so bad. This is cool. And then as it went on, well, the main glaringly obvious hole in the whole plot.
Let's not get into spoilers yet.
Yeah,
quite
comes
yet.
at about an hour
Yeah.
7 into the film, and it's an M. Night Shyamalan movie that is not Unbreakable. And so, it's pretty fucking stupid. Great. Just like Glass, how I told you guys previously that I got shivers of embarrassment at the end scene of Glass. The message was just so transparently given, unapologetically given. It was a similar thing in this one too. I got shivers of just like cringe embarrassment from the closing scenes.
Yes.
So it was fun watch. Thanks for recommending it, Matt.
Yes. Daniel, what are your spoiler-free impressions of this movie?
Oh boy. Oh, so hold me back, bro. Oh God. I got words. I got words about this movie.
Let's hear them.
It sounds like you do.
It's somewhere in there.
Whip them out. Let's see that big boy. Those words.
A failure at multiple levels. It wasn't working. Didn't work. From the first scene, Kathryn Hahn, is that the lead actor's name?
Yeah.
I liked her. I always like her, but right when we start getting into the story, I'm like, oh, we're doing this premise. The whole film, it's not a spoiler because it's from the get-go. The whole film is filmed from the point of view of her daughter's documentary cameras. And so that was like, okay. And then the way the kids talked, I was like, no one talks like this, especially not kids. So I was white knuckling in it from the very beginning.
Yeah.
This 15-year-old girl is like, mise en scène and blah 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 blah. Like, she was insufferable as a character. It's like, gosh, shut up.
I have a note here. I just kept thinking, shut the fuck up.
I kept thinking about both the kids.
I know, me too.
Stuart, what about you? What's your deal here? I think we already know, but tell us anyway.
Yeah, it was. I enjoyed watching it. I had fun watching it. There were moments where it was funny, but yeah, the main 15-year-old girl, super obnoxious. The like Dan said, the premise of showing it documentary style, kind of obnoxious. And then the tone, for me, the tone was like all over the place.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell? What is this movie? Is it a straight comedy? I was basically just treating it like a straight comedy. And then it would just suddenly shift so melodramatic. And I was like, okay.
Yeah. It was marketed as like a thriller, like a horror thriller.
Yeah,
horror.
That's funny. I thought it was hilarious. Yeah.
I was really hoping for some horror in this. In this movie,
Right?
Not just a few cheap scares from old people.
Right. Just we'll get into that. All
Jump
that
scares.
crap. All that crap.
All it is just dirty humor, just diaper humor.
Dirty diapers. A bunch of crap.
Old lady butt cheek.
More than
Which is
once.
pretty nice.
There was some sort of fetish going on there. With
Yeah. M. Night has some weird thing about old people, I feel like. Because, after this, he went to make that movie old. But pretty much all the, like, the quote-unquote scares in this movie are like, old people are gross. I know. It's like,
Yes.
okay, great.
Dementia is fucking way weirder than I thought it was.
Yeah. Going through the movie, it's like, oh man, okay, give them a break, kids. They're just old. Got dementia, man. Let's take it easy.
Jesus. Don't be so judgy.
So this was made in 2015, and this was after M. Night bombed with two movies. One of them was After Earth, with that Will Smith movie that was apparently awful. I don't think I ever even watched it.
That was M. Night Shyamalan?
I didn't know that was M. Night.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but they tried to they did something weird. Like he was actually one that directed it, but there was some stuff about like Will Smith actually directing it, and or they tried to keep his name off of out of the advertisements because the last Airbender movie or whatever bombed. I think there's some weird stuff going on with that movie. But yeah, this one came after those two flops, and so he made this money. He made this movie with his own money. He took out $5 million against his house and made this movie.
Holy shit!
Gotta respect that.
Yeah,
I mean, it paid off for him.
Sweet.
They made much more than $5 million.
It made like 98 million or something like that.
Yeah.
This movie, dude?
Jesus.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
Against 5 million? That's crazy.
God, what are we doing with our lives?
Okay, so now that we have
Not
the
making shitty moves.
I guess we could say that.
Yeah, but I'd be $85 billion richer or whatever.
Yeah, that's true. Give me time to make a good movie.
Leave a stain on the popular culture forever. That's all.
Poopy little stain.
Keep it in the barn.
It's a little skid mark on cinema's history. Skid mark on the history of cinema.
Skid mark on the history of cinema. Is that a Roger Ebert?
Whatever happened tonight? He made a couple classic flicks and he cranked out goofy shit like this. It's contrived and silly and doesn't make sense. Is this the same guy who made the Sixth Sense? Whatever happened tonight? The days of Unbreakable gone. Bring back the old Shyamalan. Bring back the old Shyamalan. Where's the old Shyamalan? We want the old Shyamalan. Bring back that old M. Night Shyamalan.
Now that we have the broad strokes, we're going to dive in a little bit to The Visit, into the diaper that is The Visit. And I want to tell you three things. From here on out, one, there will be spoilers. C, there will be jokes in poor taste. And 5, there will be inappropriate jokes about human anatomy. So let's get to it. Let me ask you guys, what do you think the best way to open a movie is? What's your, how do you grab the audience's attention and pull them into your world? What do you think?
Documentary style interview.
Yes. Somebody sitting down talking into a camera. It's the best way to do it. The best way.
About their first husband.
Yeah. Really enthralling stuff. Really enthralling. Have a movie open on someone being interviewed talking about a past relationship. That really gets the audience. So we open on Kathryn Hahn, who plays Loretta, the mother of the two young protagonists of this movie. Those protagonists are Becca, played by Olivia DeJonge, and Tyler, played by Ed Oxenbould, who are both actually Australian actors, apparently. So it just starts with pretty much one long exposition dump where we would learn that the daughter is doing like a documentary project. So it's going to be a found footage movie. We also learned that Loretta, the mother, hasn't spoke to her parents in 15 years. And the reason for this stems from the fact that Loretta started dating one of her high school teachers right out of high school.
I thought it was 19 years.
Hot. She left when she was 19.
Oh.
But yeah, like, unless I'm wrong, I could be wrong, but like, right as soon as she got out of high school, she started dating this teacher. So am I not wrong in that?
Who hasn't wanted to bang their high school teacher? You know,
Yeah. Doesn't matter what age they are.
Yeah.
It matters.
We're not talking about if you should or not. We're just talking about, do you want to? Okay. Doesn't matter how old
it's
they are.
okay. It's just your thoughts, your desires. That's fine.
right.
As long as you don't act on
viable.
them.
These are everybody has desires.
She's like, at one point, she says, he didn't start out a bad guy. It's like, well, he's dating a fucking teenager. What are you talking about? He didn't start out a bad guy. He's dating a teenager. Jesus Christ. Anyway.
Setting up franchises.
Maybe he's a 20-year-old high school teacher. That's okay.
Right. I guess that's possible, maybe. It's a prodigy. He graduated high school at 15.
That's
got
right.
his teaching degree. So he could bang 18-year-olds.
That's why his
the Doogie Howser of Michigan. of teaching in Michigan.
That's true.
Or wherever it was.
That's why his daughter's so eloquent, so erudite,
Yeah.
so well versed in the filmmaking world.
Clearly, Loretta's parents didn't approve, and then there was a fight, and then she left. She hasn't talked to him for 15 years. We don't really know the nitty gritty of the fight. It's just that's all the information we get. So the teenage dater has Loretta as his beau. Is that the right term? No, I don't think it's his wife. They have a couple of kids, and then he leaves, apparently probably for another teenager. So it's just three of them. Yeah, so during this incredibly thrilling exposition dump, we learn that Loretta's grandparents have reached out, and they want to meet Becca and Tyler. Loretta doesn't want them to go, but she's like, oh, well, they said they're going to go anyway. That line, I was like, what? They're 15. They're like children.
Yeah.
If you don't want them to go, don't let them go.
Yeah, you're their mom. You're their guardian. And when they reached out, do we get to see a picture? Does the director savant who's making this documentary decide to film a picture of the grandparents? Maybe put that on film?
Nope. Loretta doesn't describe to them what they look like, apparently, because the spoiler alert, the whole twist to this movie hinges on them not knowing what their grandparents look like.
You know,
What?
there's no photographs because they parted so bitterly.
Even though they reached out on
such thing as
Facebook,
Facebook.
wasn't that right? They reached out on Facebook.
I didn't hear Facebook, but yeah, I don't
Reached out
know.
on
She
social
said the
media or
internet.
something?
She said the
Yeah.
internet.
The
Yeah,
internet.
they reached out on the internet.
AOL. Okay.
But
yes.
still, you would think that like her mom would give them this kind of information. You know, their mom would be like, hey, this is what they look like. And like, here's a picture so you can recognize them when you get there. And like, you know, anything like that.
Send your children off on a fucking train to go.
I'm sure you'll find them.
Yeah.
See ya.
Even the really smart daughter who has all this stupid vocabulary, that's smarter than most people, she would ask, okay, who are we looking for when we get there?
Yeah.
Exactly.
The people with a sign.
Just two old people. I don't know.
I'm sure they'll be there waiting for us. Are you my grandkids? Probably.
So we got three idiots. Loretta, God, I can't even remember the kids' names, but none of them choose to, okay, we're going to go meet our family. I guess we just know instinctually there's a feeling that emanates from the heart.
It's crazy.
You'll just know who
Ridiculous. It was, I mean, for me, I knew this was coming the minute it's not addressed. It's just such a strange premise. A couple, meets them like, what? This is probably not going to end up being their grandparents.
Right.
Sure enough.
Just a couple escaped loonies.
And there's all sorts of like weird stuff, just like unexplainable stuff. Like Becca asked her mother, she's like, what happened, to not make you want to talk to your parents for 15 years? And Loretta was like, ask your grandparents. They're good people. It's like, what? How are they good people if you haven't talked to them in 15 years? Like, what the fuck?
I choose not to. If they choose to tell you, then that's fine. It's like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, she said, I could tell you right now, but I'm not going to. They can tell you. I'm like, wait.
It's your fucking daughter. You're going to send them into the arms of your parents and you're not going to tell them why you're so broken up for the past 15 years? You serious?
Really?
You haven't spoken with them in 2 decades.
Great communication in this family.
M. Night is putting it in dry. He is shoving it in there. He's like, you're going down this path, whether you like it or not. And you can feel yourself resisting the whole way. You're like, this is not.
I
don't like it. I don't like it. It's pulling. I'm trying not to go in, but he makes it go. He makes it happen.
Yeah, so during this whole setup, they like on their way to the train station, there's banter that, like all M. Night Shyamalan movies, they don't talk like people. And they get on a train, Loretta sends them off on a train, and then we learn that the kid Tyler is like he fancies himself a rapper, and so he like starts rapping with this. Yeah, it's like it's supposed to be endearing, but it's just fucking annoying. and just so cringe in a way that it's really not supposed to be. Like
Terrible.
Right.
Terrible. I was wondering about that. I was like, okay, this is really terrible. Is this supposed to be this terrible?
Awful.
Is this like
Awful.
the joke?
Right. No, I think the filmmakers were thinking this kid is killing it.
T Diamond has got
This
it.
is the
audience-
next Eminem.
The audience is going to love this.
yeah, so it's
He's so
just
cute.
awful. It's
He's
just
so
awful.
funny.
They also established that Tyler's a germaphobe by telling us that he's a germaphobe, which comes into play the stupidest way possible later in the movie.
I mean, these are all just setups. I just keep hearing in my voice, swing away, swing away.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
100%.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. That worked in that one movie. Maybe I can do it again.
I'll just do that relentlessly for the rest of my fucking career.
I'll just think of an ending, a surprise ending, and I'll work backwards.
Just remove information, no matter how unrealistic it is. And then we arrive at the beginning, and that's my movie.
Perfect. Perfectly done. So they meet there. They get to the train station, and these two old people there, which you probably, listener, have known by now that it's not their grandparents, but they have a sign, and so they assume that it's their grandparents. And I'm going to call them Nana and Pop Pop from here on out. Nana is played by Deanna Dunagan, and Pop Pop is played by Peter McRobbie. They're a sweet old couple at first, but things start to get pretty weird. They start to do old people stuff pretty soon.
Walking around, puking all over the floor.
That was so funny. I laughed so hard when it's this shot looking down the stairwell, and this old lady kind of swaggers into the frame and just projectile vomits, and then takes a couple more steps and then projectile vomits again, and just walks out of frame. Oh my God, I was rolling.
And the girl's like, oh, I better go back upstairs and into my room. It's like, come on, go help the woman. What the fuck is wrong with
I
you?
know.
You'd be like, Grandma, are you okay? What the hell's
Grandma,
going on?
you're projectile vomiting all over the floor. Holy
You want me to
shit.
help you clean that up?
I just called 911.
No, just run up into the room and say, Grandma's sick. I think Grandma's sick. I mean, these kids really are their mother's kids. You know what I'm saying?
They really are shit.
Oh,
just
yeah.
little pieces of shit.
Just avoidant at all costs.
Yeah.
I'm uncomfortable. Run away to the room. I can't
Yes.
face it.
Just lock ourselves up in this room. Take very irresponsible peeks out every once in a while, but that's it.
So there's a scene I want to ask you guys about when they first got there, and Becca sees an old grandfather clock, and she's like, "Oh, look, the clock that Mom told us about."
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck was that about? Does anybody know?
No,
I don't
idea.
remember her telling her about a clock. We just, I think we infer the backstory.
Yeah, she tells her something about it later, at the very end when
Yeah.
she's interviewing her. I can't even remember what the context was. She used to stand by the clock. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
Some
that's
shit.
right.
Oh
Yeah,
man, I must have been checked out at that point.
pretty much.
Easy to do.
Shivering in my embarrassed, shocked state of disgust. Oh my God, why?
I'm so confused right now. I felt like an old person with dementia by the end of this movie.
Right.
Is this all taking place in some old person's head or something? What's going on? But yeah, and pretty much as things progress in this movie,
If you can call it that.
yeah, the mildly uncomfortable things start happening, and that's pretty much the movie. I mean, there's nothing supernatural going on, which was what I kind of was hoping for.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just a couple of wacky old people. And it, it touches on things like dementia and sundowning and how gross old people look when they're naked, but it doesn't really, it's not with any sort of tact or finesse or anything. It's just, these old people are just the butt of the jokes.
Right.
No, you
And,
literally,
oh, they're creepy.
yeah, you get the feeling that M. Night Shyamalan learned about sundowning. He's like, oh, fuck.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a movie about this.
Oh, shit. Never been done. I'm going to be
How
the first
we as a
one.
society are scared about old people. Yeah, it's a strange fascination.
That was the working title of the film, was Sundowning.
Sundowning.
Yeah.
Sundown.
Sundown, baby.
But also think of the way people with schizophrenia or any sort of dementia or Alzheimer's are portrayed in this movie. It's like murdering, conniving murderers.
Right.
Or yeah,
Exactly.
like conniving murders or demon spirits, you know, the kind that like twist their backwards and walk like crabs toward you or something.
Yeah, yes, yes.
Demonic.
They're practically possessed.
Or when she finds
Yeah.
the camera. This
That
horrible
was so
hiss.
funny.
I know.
What the
God, I
fuck?
laugh so.
Who makes that kind of
Pops
sound?
up in the film like, what the
It's
hell?
like they're demons or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're portrayed very horribly.
And then later, like right before the climax, she like eats a bunch of cookies and then she like yells Yahtzee
Yes.
into the camera. I'm like, why are you
Yes.
yelling that into the camera? Wouldn't you yell it at the kid that's like sitting across from you that you're actually playing the game with? No, I'm gonna yell it into the camera.
Very much like the premise of it being a doc is undermined by Shyamalan's use of it, kind of exploitatively. It's like it's too meta. It's like he's using it to play tricks on us, the audience. But it's inauthentic as a real like found footage product. Like,
Yeah, totally.
Right.
does that make sense?
It's not a Blair Witch. Yeah.
Yeah, it's it's way overproduced too. It like, you know, you can tell the kids aren't holding the cameras, you know, and it just loses the charm of a found footage movie, even though it's supposed to be a found footage movie, you know.
Yeah.
And the realism. Yeah, like Stuart.
Right.
Yeah, because kids are distracted, impulsive, lazy. They're never going to get the shots that you need them to get for this to actually work. And so it's just not. It's too much of a trick. It tests and breaks your limits of the suspension of your disbelief.
Totally. That's why I was thinking it's like, so is this like a parody of a bad filmmaker? Because
Right.
this is a terrible documentary.
Right.
But she's so full of herself. Like, is this the joke? Is this what he's saying? It's like, look at this stupid teenager making this movie. Look at how bad it is.
I did think his kids are writing his movies at this point. I thought that this is an idea his kid had. Like his kids went and visited grandma and granddad and had a fucking freaky visit. And they're like, we should make a movie out of this, Dad.
Okay, get to
What
work.
if I played the filmmaker? Yeah.
I mean, that is a funny premise. Like, you go and you know, it's uncomfortable visiting your grandparents. That could be a hilarious, like it's framed as a horror, but it's really innocuous, and they're just like kooky old people. That would be funny, but it wasn't
Let's make that movie for $5 million.
Yeah,
I read that he like, you know, at first after the rough cut and like he shopped it around and nobody wanted it. And he like admitted, you know, it's like, I didn't really know what the tone of the film was going to be. It like started out as a comedy and then it turned into like an art house film. And by the end it was like a thriller or something. And so he like had to chop it up to like get anybody to like agree to distribute it.
yeah. He said he found a middle ground between art house horror and comedy or something like that. I was like, well, no wonder it's all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
You couldn't have just swung big and picked one. Shit.
It's like, isn't that something you should do during the writing process? Like figure out what the fucking tone of the film is going to be?
Yeah, he may just be, you know, doing the dude who made The Room, you know, just saying, oh, I meant it to be funny. It's so bad it's funny. But he's like, yeah, I meant it the whole way. Tommy Wiseau.
Tommy Wiseau, yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know that. That's alleged. That's an alleged statement.
Yeah, there's some really weird stuff going on in this movie. There's a point where Becca and Tyler are crawling around into the house playing hide and seek, and Nana joins them, and you have like a scene of her kind of like running or crawling really fast toward the camera and like laughing kind of maniacally. But I never felt scared. I never thought it was scary, you know? Like,
No.
Yeah.
Not at all.
I was like, the kids are scared. They're running away. But I'm like, why are you afraid? She's like
laughing.
playing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think the idea was that you didn't know that it was the grandma. You know, it's like, what is under here? Oh my
Really?
Her hair is draped over her face and stuff. You don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get that. Maybe so.
Maybe.
I did like when Becca called T Diamond a little pudge. I was like, I see you, you little pudge. I'm gonna start using that.
Nice.
Nice, I missed that.
I'm going to start using Sarah McLachlan.
Okay,
That was funny.
Don't you badmouth Sarah McLachlan. National treasure.
she is. My God. I honestly, I did like the kid's performance in the beginning. I just liked, he just seemed really authentic when he would like say something and then kind of stare off into the distance, or like when he wasn't rapping, when he was just kind of like being in the background or whatever. I was like,
Yeah, I
wow,
liked him.
He
I liked
looks,
him too.
he looks genuine.
He's very endearing.
Yeah, it's very
Nothing-
natural.
nothing
natural
like the-
way kind of.
Kids in Sound of Freedom, but he
Oh
just
my God, the Sound of Freedom kids.
God, it did a great job.
gems.
At acting. They did a great
Yeah,
job
the
at
acting.
acting.
Legit gems. Almost on Sarah McLachlan's level.
It's awful to joke about the acting of some kids. Come on, guys.
Lipstick, no lipstick. Either way. Strike that.
Okay.
So during their stay, the kids stay at the house. You have two different people come to visit that are both, I think they're both from the hospital that Grandma and Grandpa are supposedly volunteering at. So, you know, you get like a little backstory, like, oh, they were supposed to come, you know, on Wednesday and they never showed up or whatever. So you get little hints here and there that that something happened to Grandma and Grandpa because conveniently, Nana and Pop are never around when these people show up at the house. Who knows what the fuck they're doing, but they're always gone.
Yeah.
And then towards the end of the movie, one of the ladies comes back and like the kids see her. They're like in an upstairs bedroom and they look out and they're like, oh, that's Stacy. Nana and Pop are arguing with her, and they just like watch the interaction. Like they don't open a window to see, you know, to listen to them. They're like nosy fucking kids already, and they don't like follow up on it, you know.
Like we can't hear what they're saying. It's like just crack the fucking window.
And so they like go back around the house, like, oh, they're going to the back, I guess. And yeah, just the scene cuts. There's a lot of those in this movie where like just the scene just ends, you know. Very, very weird. So later in the movie, they're like leaving. They're trying to leave when they after they realize that these people aren't their grandparents, and they look out the back window, the back door, or whatever, and see Stacy hanging from a tree, dead, hanging from a rope.
There is a scene between these two, I think, where they just say they're doing something outside and they're like, did you ever see Stacy leave? No. Weird. Oh, well.
Yeah. I didn't see her leave. Yeah.
It's like, Jesus Christ. You kids are the dumbest, big, dumb, fat idiots ever.
You little pudges. Jesus.
Big cock-a-poo-poo brains. I'm sorry. You were going to make a point, though, Matt. Yeah, that was ridiculous. She's hanging in a tree.
Yeah.
Like hanging from
very
a tree
visibly
by her neck.
out in the yard. Like,
Yes.
Right. Like, how did they not see that before?
Right. It's nighttime when they see it.
yeah.
And
sounds of struggle.
Yeah.
anything.
Why would they hang her in a tree?
Right. That takes some fucking effort to do.
Right.
Why don't they used a fucking hammer with the grandparents? Why don't you just do that?
Yeah.
Seemed to work pretty well.
And they hid the grandparents instead
they
of
hid
letting them
them.
hang out in the open.
Hey, you know they're crazy. They got dementia.
Oh, so they can do anything they want.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Don't ask for it to make sense, man. They got Alzheimer's bad. You ever had Alzheimer's? I didn't think so.
You know, Nan, you know what I've always wanted to do? I've always wanted to hang somebody from a tree. What do you think the aliens from Sinopopolis would think about that? Oh, let's do it.
We've drowned people. We've bludgeoned people to death. I think we should hang people.
Let's
you know?
let's hang them.
Right.
Next we'll try smothering them in our shit and see if they suffocate. Let's try that next.
I think the most likely cause for the hanging scene was there was like a posse that came and went. That just it was off screen.
That's most likely,
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't actually kill her. Someone else killed her.
Stacy was just the worst. The whole town hated her.
But especially the KKK. They came along.
Kill this white woman.
And boy, they do what they do.
Yeah, so lots of weird shit. There's what about the oven thing? Like,
Not tense at all. It's like, oh, God.
You can't sit on an oven door like that. It's not good
can't.
for it. It's going to break it.
I could
Jesus Christ. Think of the oven.
Who is your mom after? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. She's never baked anything in her life. So, yeah, you're totally like, oh, well, you're just going to put her in the oven. She could just open the door.
Right.
She could just kick the door open.
Right.
and she doesn't even, the grandma doesn't even try to do anything. She's like, okay, thanks for cleaning the oven. It's like, okay, great.
Good job getting in the oven. That
Yeah.
was great. Okay.
That was
bye-bye.
not weird, was it? That I asked you to do that?
Yeah.
No.
I half expect her to like look at the camera and be like, is this good? Was M. Night?
Right.
But yeah, she does it again later, and like she actually shuts the oven door, but she doesn't like try to turn it on. There's nothing. T Diamond Stylus is just standing there, just watching, and like they don't have to do anything to like get out of the situation. Nothing. There's no tension. Nothing happens. It's just a scene. Like that's
It is weird. They become conveniently passive at the weirdest moments.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
right. Yeah.
Totally.
It's just, oh, what?
She's like,
That's
stop doing. Yeah, she's all hell bent on investigating things.
She is in control that whole scene. I'm like, why are you? What's the tension in this scene? What's the conflict here?
Yeah. Oh, look,
Sorry, what were
she's
you gonna say?
putting her in the oven. Oh, boy. That's it.
Kids don't belong in the oven.
That's not where kids go. Unless they're Jewish.
You gotta take her clothes off first, at least. Oh shit!
That's a zone of interest reference.
Yeah. Yeah. Not actually anti-Semitic, I swear to God.
I
have
could
Jewish
literally
friends.
say anti-Semitic things, bro.
I could literally say anti-Semitic shit.
What is that from?
That's Kanye.
Kanye West.
Oh my God.
He was allowed to say anti-Semitic stuff. So if he is, I am.
Yeah,
There we go.
It's true.
Yeah, that's true.
you make good art. You can hate Jews, and it's cool.
It's fine. Nobody
What's with
cares.
everyone being an actor in this movie? That makes more sense if you're making a comedy movie, I guess. That kind of answers my question. That would be funny if everyone you point a camera at starts reciting Shakespeare.
That did make me laugh. Like,
Me too. I was
They're
like,
like-
that's funny, actually.
oh yeah, I used to
Yes.
act. Starts to shine. Oh man, that was great.
And she's so uninterested in it. Like, you meanie, you big meanie butt face, but also like that's what makes it funny is them getting cut off.
Yeah.
So, yeah. She's a very incurious documentarian, honestly.
Oh yeah.
Let them
Yeah.
let them do Hamlet, for God's sakes.
I know. Like she's interviewing Nana, manipulating her into basically talking
Right.
about the daughter, and she's telling this story about the people under the water and the spaceship, and Becca's like, "Okay, great. Well, let's move on."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "What do you?"
Yes, I know.
Why
Like,
don't you
what?
want to know more about that? This is the most interesting thing I've ever heard in this entire movie.
It's like, I want to see that story, man. Let's make a movie out of that.
Yeah, let's make a movie out of Nana's thoughts.
Yeah, really. Again, M. Night's kids writing this movie.
You know what mise en scène is, but you can't fucking. You can't just roll with an interview. Christ.
Yeah.
Gotta save the film.
So talking about being passive at the worst moments, there's this whole through line. Well, it tries to be a through line, but there's like this thing about kind of like the swing away Meryl in Signs. This thing with Tyler, he like tells his sister about this time he froze on the football field when he was 8 years old and like didn't make a tackle. Which really felt like really forced, and like it doesn't have any impact because he's a fucking 12-year-old. Like, oh boy, you froze up on the Pee-wee football field. Like, oh man, that sucks, bro.
Really,
Like,
a lot of pressure in the junior league.
Surprised every kid on the field didn't freeze it.
yeah.
This is
But-
such a weak story.
Was he in fucking college football?
I
Is
know,
he playing for
seriously.
University of Texas or something? Like, Jesus.
This is such a scarring memory, and it's like the most ridiculous age. And when he said his age, he literally said his age in this story, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
And you're like, wow, that is really young. I don't think you give a shit at that age about much of anything.
Yeah.
No, I probably wouldn't even remembered it. Have remembered it.
And to be able to tell it in such a way and to have it like that be a part of your identity for why, what was the point of this story?
It shows up
Set up.
later at the end.
Set up.
Like,
No,
yeah,
I
it's
know,
just
but
a-
she asked him why he was some way or why he didn't. What was his memory of dad? Or oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It was his last memory of dad, and he had this whole like adult style remembrance of his last moment with dad. That's why dad left, because I didn't do well at the Pee Wee football game. I was like,
Yeah.
you described that incredibly well. Sounds like a Will Hunting story or something. I don't know. God damn.
Right. The most aware
Really?
child.
No.
Right.
And then he turns around and he's like, I know this, you don't look at yourself in the mirror. Why do you think you're worthless? Like,
Yes.
where is this coming from?
That gave me shivers
Yes.
of embarrassment as well.
Yeah, like there's no.
God.
Do they ever follow that up? I feel like they didn't.
I think
Well,
there
no,
was
They
no,
did. She
they
was
did, yeah.
combing her hair,
They tried
looking
at
at
the
herself in the
end.
mirror.
She
Oh,
looked
God,
in
yeah,
the
when he's
mirror
rapping.
when Nana's behind her.
Oh, that's right. That and at the very last scene. Yep, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
She looked in the mirror when Nana was behind her, broke the glass.
Yeah, it doesn't really count though because you're like kind of under some pressure there. It's not
Getting
like you're
your head
normally
smashed
looking
into
into
it.
the mirror.
Well,
yeah.
she was looking everywhere but the fucking threatening woman.
Yeah.
She kept panning away. I was like, "What? Why are you looking away from her? What are you doing?"
Keep the light on her, you idiot! What are you doing?
I like how
"Oh,
she goes.
Scary face. Pan this way.
Yeah, she goes into the room and then cuts to a different scene. They cut back and she's on the bed. Am I remembering that right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
just
right,
get onto the bed. When, just when she goes under it.
She won't be able to get me here.
God damn it.
What the fuck was the old lady doing? I mean, it was just her dementia again, I guess, right? Just
Yep, just being that's what happens when you get old.
just being a
You
crazy
become
old person.
incredibly creepy.
She was just getting
Yeah.
up in her face. She wasn't even doing anything to her.
I know she wasn't.
But again, it was like Shyamalan manipulating the documentarian style. I'm going to pan away to make tension in the frame. But you're like, this character wouldn't do that. She would be looking at the woman staring her in the fucking face.
No character would fucking do that. Like,
because it was almost like the old lady was just trying to play hide and seek in a really like violent dog way or something. I don't know. Oh yeah, let's play hard.
it's almost like a director told her, "Hey, crawl around and be creepy."
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, just show your arm reaching up from under the bed. Like, like when we were all 3 years old, 4 years old, 15, 16.
Yeah. That's scary.
Maybe still now.
Shit.
No,
I'm
that
fine.
doesn't scare me.
I'm fine. I didn't have nightmares about this.
I laughed when he said, "My God, Becca, I'm blind," after seeing her naked.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Yes.
That was a funny line.
Ah, I thought she had a pretty good, nice ass, man.
She's
pretty fit lady.
She's
for
fit,
granny.
Pretty fit lady.
Yeah,
I've seen my share of granny asses.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
me
Pretty
too.
good.
That's my favorite type of porn.
She could
Step
scratch.
step grandmother, even better. Sorry.
Scratching at that door. It's like, scratch my back, baby.
Dude, she would hit all the right spots. Ooh.
Those sharp ass fingernails. Those dementia fingernails, baby.
Leathery cooter.
Okay, so speaking of a scene where that just ends, the one where she like discovers the camera and then she grabs a knife and like goes up and starts banging on the door. Once again, another one of these scenes where there's like, the characters don't have to do anything. They just cower in the room and then like, eventually grandma gives up and she leaves. She like bangs on the door for a little bit and then like the scene ends.
Yeah, she has a knife, a huge fucking knife in her hand. banging on the door, and then yeah, cut.
That scene's over.
And then doesn't she take the camera back downstairs?
Yeah.
She does.
Puts it back in the place.
yeah, very
Again,
very
just
conveniently.
bends and breaks the limits of your suspension of disbelief at this point. Like, that is so convenient.
Yeah.
It is way convenient.
Sets
way too
it
convenient.
down so that she's framed at the door, and then she fails to get in, and then she takes it back down and puts it back on the hearth.
Right. It's like, well, okay.
Sure.
The good thing is she chose to do that in her weird dementia brain.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we wouldn't know what the fuck was going on.
Oh God. Oh God. How do you make $98 million from a movie like this?
Jesus Christ.
May God have mercy on their fucking
That's
soul.
98 million disappointed dollars. Very disappointed dollars.
Well, this has like a 68 on Rotten Tomatoes.
That is insane to me.
Wow.
I guess people are actually really terrified of old people.
I guess so. I
Or
guess so.
dumb.
I guess so. I guess so.
That's true. I don't know. Just dumb as bricks. I'm joking. Our listeners don't love this movie, do you?
You better not.
Better not. Otherwise, don't join our Patreon.
Hate listen to the rest of our. Yeah. Join our Patreon and then hate listen.
Hate listen. There you go. That's fine.
That'll show us.
That's fine.
So we alluded to this point earlier, but when you know the final "those aren't your grandparents" moment happens, what did y'all think about that?
It's a moment you've been waiting for the whole time, and it's so weak. There's no just the performance is weak, and I think
even
you
the
don't even
setup is
see
weak.
her reacting. The setup is that you just hear it. I think, or
Yeah,
I don't know. It was awful.
I watched
was
it.
just
Yeah, it was awful. Yeah, I watched it twice, and what happens is they're like, they get on the Skype with the mom. Mom, you got to come get us. Something's seriously wrong with mom, with Pop and Nan. And and she says, well, no, that's a long drive. No, seriously, you got to come get us. Oh, well, okay. Where are they now? Oh, let's show you. I'm going to pick up the camera and point it outside from the second story. Like, when did this ever happen previously in the movie? Like, when did it? Just fucking answer a question. Where are they now? They're outside. No, I'm going to pick up the computer and show you. And then they set it back down. They set the computer back down. And Loretta says, guys, listen to me. And it's really slow like this. So bear with the silence. Guys, listen to me. Listen to me very carefully. Listen to me. Those aren't your grandparents. It's like, it was so flat, like Dan just said, and there was no emotion. There was no reaction. It was just like this quiet, like, okay, why do we need to listen to you so intently right now? How? Oh, it annoyed the fuck out of me, that scene. God.
And then
So
she tries to call the police department. She does not call 911.
No. She
tries to call the local the police department.
Yeah.
And they're not picking up. She's like, oh my gosh. Well, I guess I'll get in the car and drive up
Stupid
there.
hip town police. Yeah.
Right. Do you not know that 911 exists? Like, what the fuck is going on here?
Dumbest characters. Oh, I guess
that's like,
now she's thinking like, I probably should have showed you a picture of your grandparents before I sent you on. If she had any self-awareness.
This is like the burn after reading of horror movies. It's just a group of morons and a chain of events that ensues.
That's true.
It is.
you know, if talking about a group of morons, when they were playing the Yahtzee game and Grandpa's like, oh, he's using the Hasbro approved strategy. And then Becca's like, this game is made, or fuck, I already fucked it up. Anyway, she corrects him. She's like, this game is made by Hasbro, pop.
Right.
If there was any sympathy I had for her then, I was like, just kill her. Just fucking kill her.
I know. It's not Milton Bradley. It's Hasbro now. Idiot.
You dumb old man.
You're wrong, Grandpa.
Look at the name. Look at the brand name.
God, stick with the times, bro. Calling yourself my granddad.
Yeah. Becca deserved to die for sure.
Yeah, it's too bad. It's really too bad. Soon after that, like shit kind of hits the fan, and
I gotta say, that was honestly my favorite moment of the movie. Is when
I laughed so hard.
I know, I cackled. It's like, you got a problem with germs, huh? Smack.
That's literally what he
just
said.
I was like, oh no.
Shit in the face. Oh my God, and died.
he's like, "I never liked you. I never liked you," and I was like, "Me neither, bro." Me
I know. Do it, dude. Do it.
Just like the sound of that smack, and then it cuts immediately away. I'm like, oh, that was the best thing that's happened in this entire film.
And this sound of a diaper hitting a loaded with poop in some kid's face. Like, we gotta get that drop in here.
What?
Yes.
I hear you don't like germs. What an interesting choice. Like when they get separated, the daughter and grandmother, the son and grandfather, and the grandparents just suddenly have these really passive kids who basically, both of them basically freeze. And what do they choose to do with them? The granddad puts poopy diapers in Stylus's face. The grandma plays a violent, like a very rough game of hide and seek. What the fuck is actually going on? Like they're not tying them up to put them in the oven, which was alluded to twice, to cook them and eat them. They're not threatening them in any way. It's just being like disgustingly stupid.
Just being like kind of mean.
Kind of
being
mean.
weird and kind of mean.
A little menacing, but
yeah. I mean, what's
really.
actually happening?
Yeah.
That is the weirdest choice. I'm going to throw a diaper in your face.
And he gets killed for it.
Is this
she was doing a rough hide and seek. She gets murdered for it.
She gets
These kids are
stabbed
murderers.
in the throat or whatever a bunch of times.
And the funniest thing about the grandpa thing is like they even say like, oh, he's as strong as a wrestler earlier in the movie. It's like he was chopping wood and throwing hay bales around. But then a 12-year-old runs into his hip and he like falls down and then he's dead. Like,
well, Matt, he remembered his training. He remembered his safety training. You gotta wrap the arms.
That's
which
right.
I don't think is
Football.
what they tell you. I think they say wrap the legs, but
And he starts screaming these as he's going. Yeah, it's just it just goes into he just breaks down. He has a psychotic break himself.
Yes.
And he's in a different
12
world
years
at
old
that point.
because of his old football,
His old football injuries.
trauma.
it would have been great if he just like bounced off of him. He like went to tackle him and just like bounced off.
Because he's a wrestler.
Because he's a fucking
Strong as a
12-year-old boy.
Yeah, exactly.
Just a grown man.
Boing. Not boing like
Yeah, you
Bob.
can just hold his face and he swings his arm.
Yeah.
He's strong as a wrestler. Got him.
There was one point before that happened where Pop's like, I see the veiny deformed. I was like, holy shit, he's gonna talk about a dick right now. But now he's like, face of the world. I see the veiny deformed face of the world. Like, what are you talking about, bro? You're talking about a dick.
The face of the
Don't be
world
weird.
is a dick.
All he sees is
Oh my God, it's the head of the face of a dick of the world.
One single eye looking at you. Like a trout mouth.
the trout mouth of Sauron.
But then that reminded me of an earlier scene where Becca
ring.
walks in on him. Where Becca walks in on him in the
Clamp.
barn, and he's got like a shotgun in his mouth. And he's
Yeah,
like, oh,
yeah.
just cleaning it. Just
Just cleaning it, I swear to God.
I was just cleaning it, really.
That's what I say whenever I get caught jerking off. You know?
With it in your mouth.
Exactly. Just cleaning it. A little spit
Just cleaning it. Just give it a little spit polisher. Okay.
Don't look at me. Don't look.
It's not loaded. Don't worry.
Now I need cleaning.
Just cleaning it.
So yeah, in the end, there's a lot of jerking off. I mean, there's a lot of death. Yeah, Tyler kills Pop Pop and Becca kills Nan Nan.
I want to talk about that real quick. Tyler killing Pop Pop. Did you guys notice how weird that cut was? All of a sudden, like suddenly cut, and then all of a sudden, Pop Pop's head was in the fridge and being slammed repeatedly. Like, how did?
Yeah,
I didn't even
thought that was a
see
little weird.
him put his head in the fridge. I don't even know how he got his head in the fridge.
That's true.
I was like, oh, his head's in the fridge right now.
Oh, okay.
He's like laying on the floor and then he's slamming the door. Yeah,
I don't know. It
how
was a
did he
super
get his
weird
head in
cut.
there?
Really weird cut.
Man,
Yeah.
T Diamond is
Things
well
progress
twisted.
quickly.
Yeah.
Watch yourself around 12-year-olds. 1 minute you're pooping on them, the next minute they're killing you.
So I just imagine like after that, you know, the cops show up after, but they all three get in the back of the squad car and Loretta like kisses Becca's forehead, and I just imagine her kissing Tyler and like, what the fuck, or being like, what smells like shit?
So much poop.
You smell like human shit.
Oh, wait.
Very distinct smell.
Diarrhea is even worse than normal stuff. Oh, God. It's just
A lot of cookies digested. Cheddar biscuits, cookies, all kinds of things.
There's just a shotgun shell here.
for every day.
Is this buckshot on your face? Mixed in with the poopy?
Have you been eating buckshot again?
We did gloss over the fact that, the scene that where the young, God, I forgot her name. You've been saying it the young filmmaker finds real Nan Nan and Pop Pop in the basement
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes.
at some point.
They're okay. They're just a little thin. They've been starved a little bit. It's fine. Right?
They're just sleeping.
They're sleeping.
They need their
Sleeping
rest.
in a dumpster or something.
Yeah, what the fuck was that? That was weird because she first goes down there, and then it cuts away. And, you know, it's like the POV with the flashlight or the light on the camera. It's all purely POV. And then you cut back upstairs, and then when you cut back down to her, it looked like the frame rate changed. It's kind of like jumpier. I guess to like give it a more visceral feel, but it's like,
Right.
well, that doesn't match the
Right.
shot. The same perspective that we had earlier, it threw me off. I had to go back and compare them. I was like, yeah, sure enough, these are different. Why did they do that? It was really weird.
Yeah, that was when you have like the the normal like found footage kind of feel at that like that one scene, and the rest of it was not.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like there was steady cam or something when she first went down the stairs. And then it was all like really rough handheld, and I was like, okay. Again, it just took me out of it with the camera work.
And they're dead. There was also a notable scene where he freaks out, and like we didn't know that. I mean, we knew that the whole time. Like, okay, they're in the basement. I don't know if they're dead or alive, but 2 minutes into being at the house, the grandparents are like, okay, well, there's mold in the basement, so don't go in the basement. I'm like, oh wow, well that's where the real grandparents are.
Yeah.
But he loses his shit over Germs, the kid, T stylus, and he's like wiping his hand with tissues. That scene also, I don't know, it's in my notable mentions here as just being one of those that pulled me out of it. She's like, no, it's coming off. It's coming off. And it's like just wiping it with tissues?
Yeah.
What? That's not what germ
Like,
people are like.
There's no more tissues. It's like, you can't wash your fucking hands. like
all germaphobes do.
Exactly. I don't like touching shit in public. I get a little freaked out. I wash my hands constantly.
Me too. I'm washing them
That's
right
why they're
now. I'm washing my dick right now.
bleeding. Yeah, I'm just cleaning it. I'm cleaning it till it bleeds.
Oh my god!
I mean, no, the hands are bleeding because it's dry. It's winter.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Because of the washing, and it's dry. And
Right. That's right.
Because
All correct now.
My
It's all-
hands,
It's
too.
it's fine, Stuart.
So I was gonna say you can use lotion for the other cleaning.
Baby oil. Aloe vera gel.
Oh, okay. Now you're talking.
Coconut oil. Okay, I'm cutting all that.
A little boy who thinks he can rap. Take a poopy diaper and give him a slap. A teenage girl who's a pretentious film snob. Put her in the oven and crank up the knobs. Obnoxious, stupid grandkids. They're totally insufferable. Obnoxious, stupid grandkids. Bury them in a deep, dark hole.
Nana, why do you want me to get in the oven, Nana?
Two scenes of that garbage no payoff ever.
I was really hoping when the second time, when she actually shut the oven closed, and it was closed and shut, and she might have turned it on or something, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing
Wouldn't
at all.
that have been like, well, okay, so it would have screwed everything up because they obviously the kids would have been like, oh, we got to call 911, which is why I don't understand why they didn't do that after they found out those weren't her grandparents. But something like that would have added at least a little something, a little bit of conflict, menace, and like just turn the fucking oven on and then be like joke about it or something, like I'm just kidding,
I just wanted to see. We once put the cat in the dryer and turned it on. And it was really fun, and I just wanted to see what would happen to a kid in the oven.
Make T Diamond fucking, like start throwing a fit or something. Make them do something.
Right.
But
No.
Can't do
Well,
it.
thanks. Good job cleaning the oven from the inside.
Great job.
Was it dark in there? Could you? It was okay. I don't know. I mean,
It was the deep darkies in there.
deep darkies.
The deep darkness. When she said that, I was like, whoa. Can't say that.
Little racist.
Don't say darkies.
Whoa. Slow down, old lady. God.
Let's pump the Alzheimer's brakes here a little bit, huh?
You want to put the darkies in the cave? Come on.
I know it's a different generation, but no, that's not cool. That's not cool.
Put a damper on the dementia, old broad, you old bird.
Hang as many white people as you want. Enough of this darky talk.
I hang people who come across my lawn with a casserole for me. It's like, sorry, you're going in the tree there. What do I look like? Midwesterner?
You're not going where the darkies are. You get the tree.
So after the three of them ride back, I guess, to the police station in a shit-smelling squad car, you don't really know what happens, but they cut, and the end of the scene, the end of the movie essentially is a terrible parent monologue where Loretta finally explains what happened to make her leave for 15 years. And it says that, she says that she hit her mom and then her dad hit her, and then they all stood there for a second in shock, and then she left, and that was it.
Is it? Didn't speak to him for
You
15
could have
years.
told your kids that before they went there, for fuck's
Unforgivable.
sake.
Yeah.
Unforgivable actions from everyone.
Like, are you serious? 15 years? Really? Like, what?
know.
What is wrong
And-
with you?
Nobody
and-
even drew a blade or a gun. I mean, it was like a standoff of just shame. It was a shame
My parents
standoff.
were upset that this adult man wanted to fuck his teenage student. So I hit him. I got hit back. And I can't go back. There's no going back. They're dead to me.
She even said they reached out again. Like, oh, yeah, they reached out, but I refused to talk to him.
Yeah,
It's
like a couple
what
months
is
later.
wrong
it's
with you?
like, wow. One year goes by. Like, if I have a tiff with somebody, like if I had some argument with one of you guys, like a week would go by and be like, oh man, I didn't mean that shit I said.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Loretta is a horrible
God damn it,
person.
Stuart, you got to apologize.
Well, for
Loretta
the-
is really
not
a
for
horrible
that
person.
that incident. I'm not apologizing for that.
You're not apologizing for cleaning my. Never mind. We won't.
It needed to be cleaned, and I cleaned it, and you liked it.
Doesn't matter that you were asleep. Some would say drugged. Doesn't matter.
Oh, I didn't shit right for a week. Get over it.
I'm not apologizing for that.
What did I tell you? Inappropriate jokes, everybody. What did I tell you?
Sometimes we play the roofie game with each other. It's called roofie roulette. Is it a placebo? Is it a roofie? Oh, someone's going to find out.
Somebody's going to wake up with a sore ass.
Or a polished knob.
Oh.
Doorknob and donkey. Donkey and doorknob. That's what we mean.
That's right.
We do not condone or do roofing to each other. Just to be clear.
Yeah, we're not condoning.
Roofing others is bad.
Unless it's in a controlled environment like ours.
Even if they want it. So yeah, that's pretty much the movie. I got a couple of I got like two bad reviews and 2 good reviews for this movie that I just want to do real quick. So this is a segment that I like to call, I don't care what my brothers like to call it, but I like to call it Wrong Opinions. But since we have a little of both side, I'll call it Wrong Right Opinions. Yeah, that makes sense. So this half-star review on Rotten Tomatoes says, one of the worst movie I've ever seen. If you're scared by this, you haven't seen anything really scary in your life. I want to express my disappointment. I sincerely do not understand how someone can feel scared by this crap.
We concur.
It's absolutely awful film. Everything really bad with this.
I agree.
Well said, sir. Or
Well
ma'am.
said. Oh, half a star. And then there's a 1-star one that says, it's really succinct. I like it. Just stupid, dumb, and pointless.
Hey, no, the point is you don't hold on to your hate.
Oh, that's
That-
right.
that was
my
the-
gosh.
Don't hold on to your anger. That's it.
Right.
Yeah.
That was the
Literally spoken. Right. Those words.
and the daughter learns it because she puts in filmage of her dad.
For stupid piece of shit, dad.
She let go of her pedophile dad.
That's right. Who lives in Thailand.
Who looks incredibly happy and loving and
Yeah,
wonderful.
Exactly.
Yeah,
'Cause,
exactly.
He's happy. He's a happy guy. He's got 2 kids on his arms.
He looks like a good dad. But in the beginning, she said that she wasn't going to include him in the documentary because that would be forgiving him. But then her mom says, "Don't hold on to your anger," and that was the part where I got chills of like cringe, embarrassment, like, ugh.
Like, this is the sappiest, stupidest shit. That's why I thought it was a parody, because Becca was like, oh, I hate sappy movies. And then there's this like incredibly sappy scene. I'm like, is this just a parody of like bad documentaries? Is that what this movie is? Because this is horrible. I was so I was cringing and shivering in that scene. Like, wow, great. Way to write some dialogue, M. Night.
Way to put, right on the nose.
There's something called subtext, and if you don't know what it is, figure it out before you write a script.
The shit.
Maybe did you do a second or third draft?
This feels very first drafty.
So. Yeah.
Are those just placeholder lines to get the emotional impact?
Oh yeah.
You meant to change them later to something better, but then you didn't? That's how I write. But I remember to go back and change them.
Yeah.
I do more than one draft.
Did your kids do more drafts? Did you go back and do your kids' work over again? Maybe do a second draft after they wrote the first one? I don't know. Just wondering. Anyway, what were you going to say, Matt?
Is this movie about not being so angry that your kids wrote a shitty script, but you had to make it anyway? Is that what this movie's about?
With your own goddamn money for once?
Was it a birthday present? Was this film a birthday present to your kids?
You lost a bet, didn't you?
It's okay. You can tell us at night. You can tell us. Okay, so I got 2 5-star reviews. So here's the first one.
Okay.
Hi, guys. Okay, so POV, you're a student who just loves horror films, but you can't seem to find any good ones anymore. What a horrible situation to be in. Luckily, this film will SYS, parentheses, save your soul. Run, don't walk to watch this film at a cinema near you. Best film ever, TBH. Very good,
Stop it.
child and great children. Who knows? Could be the move.
Jesus Christ. I became a robot. I just became a robot.
Definitely
momentarily.
Could be
fucking
the
robot.
move. What?
SYS.
Hi there. POV. Jesus.
Best film ever. Very good child and great children. Who knows? Could be the move. Okay, and then the last one is
That's M. Night himself doing ChatGPT. Sorry, go
Right.
okay. This last one is actually genuinely my favorite. It says, "Don't listen to the negative reviews. This is a great movie that made me laugh, cry, and poop myself. I have incontinence."
Nicely done. Way to go. That's how you write a review.
Way to share everything, bro. Good job.
I diped up for this movie.
Yeah.
I got real diped up for this shit, literally.
Yeah.
Let's do a little bit of a wrap up here. What do you think, fellas?
Let's do it.
So let's let's go in opposite order. Stuart, what'd you think? What's your star or popcorn?
Oh
or
my
whatever the
God.
fuck rating, whatever you want to
I don't know. I had fun watching it just because it's ridiculous. There's some moments in there that were like meant to be funny and were funny. There were moments in there that probably weren't meant to be funny, but were funny. Look at the grandma just like starts slamming the door over and over again. I was laughing a lot at that. It was just comical. I'd probably give this like a 4 or a 5. I don't know. Like I said, like I went and saw Interstellar in 70mm IMAX, and then this was the next movie I watched after that. And Interstellar, I was like, I was on a high for 2 days because it was just so stunning, so epic, so visually gorgeous, so emotionally fulfilling. And then I watched this. I'm like, okay, wow, this is a huge step down.
Yeah, really.
God. Oh my God.
Stepping off a cliff.
Just like there's the like a huge pinnacle of like taking big
shit.
swings, this cinematic, everything firing on all cylinders. It's like this big epic, and then it's like, oh, it's a fake documentary by this pretentious little stupid kid, and
This weak,
yeah,
weak
Demonizing old people.
exactly, yeah.
So weird. It's such a weird movie.
It could have been good. Like, I feel like with Shyamalan's movies, like the premise is there. It could be good if this was a comedy. If this were a comedy about,
Yeah.
you know, being horrified by visiting your grandparents,
Mm-hmm.
it would have been great. But yeah, fell
Or
short.
the real grandparents inhabited by aliens from
yeah,
the
right.
universe that they were talking about. You know, something that wasn't
Something
just
supernatural.
as blaringly stupid
Mm-hmm.
as, oh, I forgot to show you what your grandparents look like before you went to visit them.
Right.
Right.
I'm an awful parent. And that's the punchline of the movie.
Yeah, something supernatural would have been would have been so good. Especially like the title credit, the visit takes up the whole fucking screen. It's red on black, or you know, with like a little bit of image of the house in the background or whatever it was, if I'm remembering correctly. I was just like, yes, let's do it. Let's get into some supernatural shit. And God, this is what we get. Making fun of old people. Fuck you, M. Night.
Hey, you don't make fun of old people on our watch, buddy. That's our job.
If you're gonna make fun of old people, make them supernatural for fuck's sake.
I want to see some demon possessions. I want to see some exorcists. I want to see some cannibals.
Fucking
Yeah.
They roll. You should have fucking baked that teenager for sure.
Make some kids.
Bake some kids in this goddamn fucking world. That's what I want to do every time I see a kid. I want to bake it. Just do it.
That's what the grandparents are thinking. Because they're inhabited by aliens. Yes. Make that.
You're going to LaGuardia, right? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
What was that, an old lady in a trench coat?
Nice.
Okay, so what's your Stuart? Did you give it a number rating? I zoned out there.
I
For
said 4 or 5.
Yeah,
I think you have to mention the house fanatic.
4 or 5.
Okay,
Probably
Daniel,
5.
Shut
I
up
had
and
fun.
tell me your
I had
thing.
fun, you know.
Okay,
It is fun for all the wrong reasons. 3.
Damn.
Tres.
Yeah, let's go to 4.
It's what?
I downgrade it. 4.
Okay. 4. Nice.
4 or 5. Okay, 4. Okay, what about you, Drew?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Okay, first, look.
Just give me the number.
3! God damn it, 3!
I'm joking.
How does a movie like this get made and become successful? Seriously.
It's almost like they used their own money.
Okay, no. I get it. I actually understand. He makes these movies because there is so much to talk about. Look at how long we've been talking about this movie. We took a break. We had a technical glitch, and we took a shiny knob break, and here we are still in
We did?
an hour 40.
Guys.
Daniel, you're always too slow with that. Okay.
But I mean, look, he makes these movies because it's so fun to dissect them and just pull apart how fucking ridiculous they are.
God, that's a great
How
way to
does this
frame it. I totally
yeah,
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, just there was so much to talk about with these movies.
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
Absolutely.
Always.
Yeah.
That's why I chose it, because M. Night, he does not disappoint when you want to kind of talk about shit and poke fun. And
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Right. He gives you plenty.
It gives you
Plenty.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's such a weird filmmaker. All of his movies are fucking weird. Maybe back in the day they were a little more normal, but this one, Trap, just the performances are strange.
Mm-hmm.
I'm addicted to it. It's so weird.
It's like Dan says, either the kids are writing it or he's first drafting it. I mean, The Sixth Sense was cool. Unbreakable was cool. But after that, man, I'm not so sure about any of them.
He's got a lot of authorship in his films. We've talked about this on the Trap episode or some other episode. And so that is refreshing in and of itself. It is more interesting to watch his films, even if they are falling flat, than most bad Hollywood movies.
Right.
So it's always great for that reason. And I applaud him for kind of doing his own thing. But man, they just get a little too janky without that studio oversight. It's just a little too amateur or something. It needs more development. All his movies just need more development. It's not the production stage where things go wrong necessarily. It's just they need to be developed longer, I think.
Yeah, he needs a good team of people that can kind of keep him
4
straight, keep him online.
people. 4 would be the magic number.
Yes. 4 really just 4 people that
Just
are
to
just hard
Remind him
for life.
what it's like to be
know?
human and how
Male
human
or
beings
males.
behave.
So we will not clean anything of his. That's one of the
Except his scripts.
Wink.
Maybe
Yes, his right-
I could
his writing.
clean if one of his daughters needs something cleaned. I could help with
of
that.
age.
Me too. Me too.
Me too.
His wife.
Okay, we can have a cleaning clause in there. We just got to discuss it.
How big is
Right,
his
M. Night?
family? Maybe it's big enough.
I hope so. I mean, we can
It's
make it
the-
bigger.
It's the Shyamalan family business.
The Shyamalan family
They got-
business.
They got room.
Nice. I gotta drop that in here. We're referencing our
that would
own
be-
music.
That'd be a good song to drop in here for sure. Oh, God.
Well. Oh wait, I got to put my
What's
shit
your
in.
review? Yeah.
I got to clean my knob right
Put
quick.
shit in.
Put
Put your
it
shit
in
right
there.
in the face from a diaper to your face.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a
Spread it in
3.
there.
I'm gonna go with a 3 on this one. It was Yeah. It was funny for all the wrong reasons. It was not his intention. If it was, well, maybe I will clean something of his. You know? He's just got to tell me. He's got to explain it to me. You know? Yeah. It's a 3.
Cool.
Not great. Not great.
Not a great movie.
Not a great movie.
Not a great movie.
That's
Pretty
fact,
bad.
folks.
And yet I enjoyed talking about it with y'all.
Yes.
Absolutely.
yes.
Strange paradox. Yep.
Yeah. That was a
And
fun,
always rely
one
on
to talk about.
Shyamalan movies.
Well, I guess we better wrap it up, guys. We are Raised by Video, and this is Matt signing off. And
Okay,
everybody
so-
else, I guess, doesn't want to. I should have taken that one out. This is Matt signing off. Drew?
Equations just passed in front of my face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have taken the helm on that one.
No. I mean, we all should know by now. It was just funny silence. I think we all were just playing the joke anyway.
I think so.
Okay.
We all know
We just
to sign
we
off.
just left you hanging
Yeah, exactly.
on purpose.
Yeah, that's
You know
what
what?
I was doing.
That's what Dan was doing for
You guys.
sure.
I wasn't just being polite, waiting for someone else. To,
waiting for someone to tell me to say something.
Bunch of fucking Tommy Wiseau's over here.
Look, I don't
Bunch of
use
fucking
my brain here.
amateurs. Oh man, that was good. I mean, we can cut all that, but still, if you want to go again, Matt, I think we'll be on time this time.
Okay, so I guess.
Bye
we're gonna
bye,
go
everyone.
Oh my gosh! All right, this is Drew signing off. By the way, this is Drew. If you couldn't hear me over Matt's burping, this is Drew signing off. Hey, thanks for listening, everybody. I love talking with you guys. To you.
Thank you.
I love it too. And this is Dan. See you later.
This is Stu. Thank you. Thanks for spending time with us. Poop.
Grandma was playing in the crawl space again. Grandpa left his diapers out in the barn. A nice young lady brought a casserole. Now she's hanging from a tree out in the yard. Grandma and Grandpa are loony. Grandma and Grandpa are psycho crazy. Grandma and Grandpa have lost it. Grandma and Grandpa are coming for you and me.